Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am excited to start a new series today. I'm going to just do a deep dive onto single essential oils, and today I'm starting with frankincense. So if you want to know more about the king of essential oils, then just keep watching. Anyways, I am excited to chat about frankincense. It's one of the very first oils I put in my diffuser when I got my starter kit, and at first it was like overwhelmingly natural smelling, like woodsy, super grounding, but quickly just got so used to it and we love it, and I use it almost every single day. So I'm going to chat about that. Before I get started and jump in too far to the video, let me know in the comments which one you want me to do next. So whatever single essential oil or blend, and it doesn't have to be Young Living. It can be any of the other brands that I talk about. The ones I mainly use are Young Living, Rocky Mountain, and Plant Therapy, so kind of maybe try to stick with those. But anyways, let me know which oil you want me to do a little more research and share with next. Okay, so frankincense, like I said, is the king of essential oils. It comes in your premium starter kit, which is super cool. It's a very expensive oil because it is not easy to distill. It is just so good. It is so good for so many things. So I first am going to read from one of my reference guides that I just got by Your Oil Tools. This is so good. And also just really a great book and reference guide if you're not a Young Living member. It's not a brand specific. It is just essential oil specific, if that makes sense. So it won't have like your Young Living blends, but also just has, so you can look up individual oils if you have a blend that's not in here. Anyways, I love it. It has a couple different sections in the book that's different from any reference guides that I've used, and it's really helpful. So what it says about frankincense is often called the king of oils, like I said, because of its many uses. It also amplifies the effects of other oils mixed with it. I've heard this called, I think, driver oil, but there are a couple of different essential oils that help other ones work better. So frankincense is one of those. Another one that I am just familiar with, and I'm sure there is a list somewhere that I could grab and maybe put in this blog post, but another one that I know of is copaiba, that helps work with other essential oils and help them work better. Anyways, it's a wonderful support for reducing feelings of anxiety, depression, and fatigue. So safety, no need to dilute, apply neat. And when I see that, I'm like, that might be okay. And some people do that. A lot of people do that actually, but I just usually dilute all oils. Number one, it's not necessary to use them neat. I think they work just as well if they're mixed with a little bit of carrier oil, and also it makes the oil go longer and saves you money in the long run. So I just say apply all oils diluted. It's up to you though. It is a personal preference with some. Some you absolutely have to dilute. But anyways, with this one, preferential, dilute or not. Aromatic description in here: warm, spicy, and clean. I think it's very grounding, very clean. The main constituents in the oil, which constituents hello, I just talked about in a video recently. I can link it below, but it's just the components of the oil, and all essential oils are different, which makes them unique and really cool and beneficial in different ways. But also the different constituents help and support different areas of our bodies. So specifically, this one has A-pinene, I can't pronounce them either if you're wondering, limonene, and A-theogen. And maybe I will put like a reference or article or something on all of the constituents so that you can see the list and then what things they benefit. Maybe I should just do a blog post on that. Anyways, medicinal uses: ADHD, age spots, anxiety, asthma, autism, brain injury, bronchitis, cancer, cough, emotional trauma. This list is very long. I'm only halfway done. Headaches, inflammation, immune support, multiple sclerosis, pain, postpartum depression, seizures, stress, and wrinkles. So emotional, skin, I don't even know, I read so many there. So there are many, like I've said before, many ways to use this oil. And then I'm almost reading through the guidebook, and then I will go over like what we personally use it for and other fun facts. But anyways, everyday uses: depression, apply 1 drop to the roof of mouth daily. I have not tried this. I'm not suffering from depression, but I have not tried the roof of the mouth. I have tried that with thieves once, and I think it was for headache or something. They recommended doing that, and it was spicy. But anyways, anti-inflammatory: take 2 drops in a veggie capsule. Wrinkles, add 2 drops daily to moisturizer. Frankincense is in all of my skincare products that I add essential oils to. So I have a serum daytime and a nighttime that I have like frankincense, cedarwood, lavender, a bunch of different, patchouli I think is in my nighttime one. Patchouli is really good for skin support and wrinkles. But frankincense is amazing. I actually have just and blue tansy. I was like drawing a blank on that, but I have it in my hand actually, just a roller with frankincense and jojoba oil mixed together, so I can just put this on my face after I wash my face, cleanse my face, take a shower, whatever. You can also use this. I also use this one specifically for the girls when they're not feeling well. I just roll this one diluted a little bit down their spine, and it's very supportive when you're sick, along with thieves, and depending on what your sickness is, there are so many oils. But anyways, and then everyday emotions, it says to diffuse frankincense to conquer self-doubt and create mindfulness. And I've mentioned before or touched on, it is very grounding. So if you're feeling just like anxious or like all over the place, it really does help you, just brings you back to center. It's very grounding in that way. And you can just breathe it directly from the bottle. You can diffuse it, apply topically, however you prefer. You can use it in your fume, but that's a whole nother way to use oils. It's just up to you and how you prefer to use them and how they work best for you. It's all about finding that. And then this book, another reason I love is that for each section, it has, I don't know if it'll focus, let's see. It has oil substitutions. So if you're out of a specific oil, it gives you different ones you can substitute with. For frankincense, it's pink pepper and Melissa. So I don't have either one of those. So I never run out of this. I have it all the time on hand because we use it, like I said, almost every single day. So to kind of recap, it is used for almost everything, basically. It was given as a gift to baby Jesus, if you didn't know that already. You've probably heard that a million times. And essential oils back then weren't this kind of essential oil. They didn't have the technology to like extract and get oils like this, but they did have frankincense, and it was widely used and for healing purposes too, way back then. So that's cool. It comes in the premium starter kit, which I love. It is just like this is like gold. So it's an amazing oil to just have come in your, when you're starting out. And the last thing that I'll talk about is frequency, because I think it's super interesting. We all have a frequency, and everything around us like affects that. And one cool thing about essential oils is that a lot of them are high, they have high frequencies. So they help raise ours, and that can be used for immune support and all kinds of things. So frankincense is actually, from what I've gathered, is in the top 3 highest frequency essential oils. Rose is the #1, I believe, but I can link some of that information below. Frankincense is 147 megahertz, MHz. And I believe rose was at 320 or something really high like that. So it's really cool, a different way to use essential oils, a different way to think about them really, and how we are just all connected, nature, natural things. But in this article that I was reading, just says, since it is at 147, it's commonly used to support a healthy immune system. That is another reason we use it while we are not feeling well, which hasn't happened in so long because we are not around anyone or anything, and we're always wearing masks. So that's been one of the pros, I guess, with all of this in the last years. We haven't even gotten a cold because we haven't been around anything. Okay, and then I'm going to share just from the Life Science Pocket Reference Guide, just because it has a little bit of different information. Since we are just going over one oil, I want to give you the most information that I possibly can, or that I am aware of. So anyways, in this book, it says, frankincense is also known as olibanum. The name frankincense is derived from the medieval French word for real incense. Frankincense is considered the holy anointing oil in the Middle East and has been used in religious ceremonies for thousands of years. It's well known during the time of Christ for its anointing and healing powers, like I said, is one of the gifts given to Christ at his birth. Used to treat every conceivable ill known to man, frankincense was valued more than gold during ancient times. More than gold. That is so cool. And only those with great wealth and abundance possessed it. It is mentioned in one of the oldest known medical records, dating from 16th century BC, an ancient Egyptian list of 877 prescriptions and recipes. So it's been around literally forever, you guys. If you haven't tried frankincense, if you do not have frankincense essential oil, just get yourself a bottle. Medical properties from this book: anti-tumoral, immunostimulant, antidepressant, and muscle relaxing. And uses from this one: depression, cancer, respiratory infections, inflammatory or for inflammation, cannot speak, immune stimulating, and then increases spiritual awareness, promotes meditation, improves attitude, and uplifts your spirit. And kind of in the way where I explained before, it just kind of centers you, calms you down, brings you back to ground zero, if you will. So another way that I like to use it, and I don't know if you've heard this before, but if you are someone that is prone to anxiety or just feeling like I said, kind of all over the place, one of the things you can do is just stop and name something that you can see, smell, hear, taste, I don't know, the 5 senses. And while breathing in frankincense and doing that is just such a game changer, I definitely recommend trying it. Even if you're not feeling super crazy, just try it and see how you feel afterwards. It's really cool. There also is a frankincense vitality if you're a Young Living member. So I mentioned before in the other book said, ingesting. So if you have the frankincense vitality, you can put 2 drops in a capsule and take 3 times daily. I always recommend diluting oils. If you put them in a capsule like that, the olive oil or coconut oil. And then in here it has the key constituents as well, which I already went over. So I think it's just super cool researching these oils like this. I always find a different way to use them, or a different, like, just fun fact, and I love sharing with you guys. Let me know if you like this video, and again, let me know which oil you want me to do next for this series. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you have a good day. Bye.